good at helping retakes on the defense side as well, with walls, with teams wanting to play off-site in post plans. That wall can just give you a free defuse.
That wall can also get melted.
Delay, so the rest of NRG can get towards B and play for this retake. You know, a situation where that Harbor is definitely going to excel.
Spike planted.
And around we wrap. Nobody will be first contact here, up on the corner. Jenny as well, expecting a push here off connector, and he's going to get a Scuba and some ring out. Nobody doesn't have the stopping power to put NRG to bed, and it's on Smoggy. Smoke to upper. Playing by Coast here, but this is pretty telegraphed. NRG have a decent idea, so Smoggy gets on the move, catches a glimpse of Som, headshot to bring him down. But now Brock will be waiting on the other side, and Smoggy's got between a rock and a hard place, but it's a right click, and you'd sooner forget if you're an NRG player. Brutal! What a way to open the account, a Red Bull clutch off the rip.
That is absolutely stunning.
But this is the first time we've seen Abyss make its way back into the pool since Bangkok, Wyatt.
Yeah, we had no idea what to expect in terms of the compositions here. Som under a lot of pressure early. Has to place the cove just to be safe. Nice shot.
Challenges through the cove. Cascade attempted, but Smoggy's going to find him through it. Perhaps Som shouldn't have stepped out of that. Now that mid control firmly in the hands of EDG. They spent for it, and now they could go anywhere.
That's already 7 on the board for Smoggy. Absolutely crazy. A barrier orb is up in mid. It cuts off the B to mid link right now. NRG trying to re-clear into A main, take some space. They've got Ethan pushed up in the corner, but at the moment he is all alone. Yeah, Brock has retreated towards heaven. This is dangerous.
Keeping across is too dangerous. It's a one and done. He can't even find the frag. And now Brock, from security, has to try and hope to put this push to an end. But EDG are going to run in numbers. 4 deep now as they tentatively make their way out onto A. Slowly into the backside. You can see Marta's trying to get in position, but Brock can only speculate from this spot.
Chichu just tapping that spike to draw out some of the util and does so effectively. Drone out for the reclear. That's going to get the ping onto him, I believe. No, broken just in time. Swing out from Mata. Loses that isolated 1v1.
Paranoia here is going to put Brock out of commission for a couple of moments. Slowly here, through backside. Finally Scuba arriving at the scene, but it's a bit of a wasteland for him there, and Kang is ready to receive him. At this point, Brock might be better served holding onto his weapon.
No choice but to save. EDG converting on their bonus round now. People that are walking at normal speeds, but not the Neon. I mean, that is one of the big issues that you have to confront when you're playing on Abyss. The map is massive. You have to just cover so much ground at all times. Brock going to be able to save that rifle at the very least. But they have to make sure they don't lose too much of that map control early, lose players getting picked off early in these isolated situations like we saw in the prior round.
Dart there. Not getting any catches. Kang's happy to walk up here, and it looks like a ping out on Ethan. He has to give that ground away, deploy the one-way. And now NRG scrabbling back on the side to try and get things in spots. It's Brock out in the open. Ethan gets involved though. Saves his teammate's life, and Kang is down early.
Play for retake with the Reckoning and that man advantage.
Nobody with the spike over at A. Just playing for an info push-up, but Scuba and Mata with that high-low setup over at B.
A little awkward with Judy swinging out while that orb was being taken. Smoggy catches a very low HP Brock on that rotate. It's just Ethan on the A side. Really, his only job at this point is to stay alive, right? Just teleport away back towards spawn.
The retake potential is there behind this Reckoning, so NRG might look to play a little safer off this side. It is just Ethan who's pinged out. Paranoia already loaded up, and there'll be a res here on Kang bringing the Yoru back into the fray. Here's the high tide. More stall now. Reckoning going to be deployed. Slow orb at Ethan's feet.
There's just such little time for EDG that Som is ready to commit that ult.
Nobody on the wrong side of the wall here is going to have
10 seconds left.
Probably get to the backside at some point, and there's already a timer. Tick-tock! Here comes Scuba from the backside. Kang and Chichu have to throw down on the side. They cannot get the spike stuck. Chichu, last standing, trying to get away in a tower, but there's a wall in his way, one of his own design. He'll fight for his life and lose it. Scuba for 4.
Well, that beautiful timing on the flank is how we collect. Just gets right back towards that heaven side. Still have Scuba posted up. Watching towards the cliff. And mid, what a shot onto a jump spotting Ethan.
Now that is going to pull players in that mid direction. Kang very quickly getting a scope weapon in hand.
NRG heavily indexing in the read that this is going to be a hit towards B, and as it stands, they are absolutely correct. Scuba has that garden.
It's volatile, messy, and Chichu delivers. Mata and Som Trespass in his domain, and they're punished for it. Scuba with the great round previously, cannot hold his own on the site. Nobody digs him out. And Brock might be forced into yet another save.
Chichu was loving using that wall over on the right side to get over on top of that bookshelf and have to swing over top. We haven't really seen it play out, but it is a cool idea. NRG getting very aggressive there, trying to get the mid-round re-clear towards the orb, and they are.
Kung with Dimensional Drift though, and you'll notice there's a lot to work with for EDG as well.
And we might get an alt battle between Kung and Mata, or maybe it won't even happen at all. Saw him going down on that jiggle peak. Not expecting the operator to be in play. And this is really a matchup of one of the greatest operas of all time in Kong versus Mata, who I think is the best opera coming out of Americas right now.
Currently with the record in Americas for number of aces, and he's got it in one season. 10 aces from Mata.
Ethan alone on this site, going to feel the pressure of the dimensional drift, but this is simply to draw the attention of NRG towards A.
Can't be having that happen. Mata at least able to get out of trouble there.
Now NRG, they still do have two anchors on this B site. EDG trying to make the way here.
Kung had the gate crash away, so he's not involved in this stash over at B for now. Mata's still able to be a factor in this round. 32 seconds left. EDG have got to go for it. Just for the timing.
That was a nice little trade. Still has that steel guard, and this might be the opportunity to use it.
Ethan managed to get up in heaven, though. Here's that Hunter's Fury looking towards Coast. It's probing. It's searching. Even a steel guard are committed to that effect. EDG able to get through those ultimates now. Have a plant down for themselves. Paranoia on the Coast. Ethan hoping to follow up on it, and nobody dashed aside.
That was an excellent play from Ethan. The Paranoia into the teleport across. Nobody had no idea what was coming. Kong going to have to go crazy right now. Holding the cross, what a shot!
What a correction, but now he's out of the fight and out of the round. A very important relief valve here for NRG. Big buy-up, big investment, and it delivers. Early flash-off rip. Ping on Kung, pretty telling. EDG are adamant, though, about this A side. Ethan hoping to stall this out as much as possible. Obviously, Ethan and Brock have been manning this side of the map. Here's the fast lane. Gian is going to go for it now. Not much to see here, but Overdrive got to be popped, and Ethan noted at the back of the side, but it's Brock there from Tower. Gets himself two. That's big. Both duelists out of the game, and he wants more. But that'll be the end of the A anchors. Now it's NRG needing to rotate in.
Somehow again, by the way, Chichu was just one orb away from getting a res. That is crazy. Nobody. What? A shot to find on a flanking Scuba.
A dirty angle for Smoggy as well.
And Scuba has gone for a play like that before. Nobody was reading that perfectly.
Smoggy's dropped down. Dimensional Drift notes both EDG players up close here, and nobody's really found Mata. There's Smoggy yet again. Never far from the kill free. The left side at least. Scuba has to be ready. Shield will, of course, active. Brock might have to drop down off security, off tower rather. This could be a wall in his way. He's on the side. Look at how broken up it is, but Jenny's having to take the 1 versus 1. Scooby here looking to step back. Reckoning in play. Jenny, unperturbed, unfazed, unbothered, and gets his second. Plant stuck. Some falling by the wayside. NRG are looking out at C.
On Spare, just getting completely outgunned. Mata a little bit too fast on the shot just then.
Just some nerves maybe showing up there.
None for Jenny, pushes for more. Removes the operator from the map. And now it's just Ethan with that save. This is NRG also being able to start on defense throughout Americas when NRG, for the most part, outside of maybe one map against Sentinels, when they've had blowout wins, it's come from starting on defense and being an absolute
just
brick
crushing
wall.
Yeah.
But EDG are running them over. I'm spotting Ethan for a moment, but no opportunity for the shot. Taking control of A main, though, with this operator.
Just disrespecting the smoke. Brimming with confidence for good reason. And Brock and Ethan have their work cut out for them, often outnumbered. Oh, that's a nice little connection of the Hunter's Fury. Nobody will be accounted for very early in the round.
Love that synchronization of utility. In the meantime, NRG all the way out of this B side. No way. There's no way. Mata just forced to retreat.
And again, that same info push off for B for NRG is shut down.
And Chichu has just had reses constantly. So despite that awesome little bit of utility pieces in tandem from NRG, a great Hunter's Fury from Brock getting that first kill. It's made ultimately irrelevant.
Tell you what, your knees start to shake when you hear that sound. Jenny is on the site! And he touches down with a flourish. Ethan not so much, he's a sprawl. Brock here has to clear this wall early on. That's not where he wanted that recon to go, and he can't do a damn thing to interrupt this plant. He is out of the game for now. Back by security. EDG have this one covered. As Som steps up, Marta's on the other side. He will struggle. Finds Jenny and gets his second. Now he's given himself a foothold back into the site, but you notice that EDG fall back to this A main hold. Can cover the spike.
Does have one flash to get out.
Step
Brock to drop. What a shot.
Yeah, dangerous. He wants the fight. That one goes wild, but Brock can only get one. For the rank upon rank of teammates, EDG step up to fill the gap.
NRG trying to throw another aggressive play into the mix by taking very deep mid control and beyond that, just pushing all the way through.
Yeah, Smoggy sniffed this out. There was a ping at that part of the map by EDG. They knew something was headed their way. Brock! He's on a rope! He's on a rope! Oh, man. Somebody's able to find one up mid, but this is challenging for him now. Relay Bolt doesn't quite connect. He's stuck in the corner, but Jenny will dig him out.
Gets a lot of damage onto Genie, but that Guardian not going to be enough. And that kind of engagement against a Neon. And Ahmad is the one who's going to try to push for more. NRG are just walking it down in EDG, and look at how ready they are for this. They're double-faced expecting it.
Marta fortunate to be alive there, still opts to double back and challenge.
I mean, it feels like NRG are just getting desperate in some of these rounds. They're getting so aggressive, trying to hunt for kills, and EDG absolutely have their number.
Thorns activated.
Inside the smoke is Ethan. Opts to back out of it now, and they still want to anchor these sites. Last chance here for NRG to make an impact on the defense side, and they're down to 2. Scuba though in a decent spot. Can't quite mow them down. And the last line of defense falls. That is a paltry 2 defense side rounds for NRG.
Cut noise, broken part of that barrier orb in A main, but EDG have had no desire to leave this site. 3 players are ready to face this.
No body position as well, assuming some mid control to be taken, but there's going to be no pressure coming out of tower here. It's just too easy for Kung. Decent damage done from the middle of the site here. It's Scuba up mid, needs to do more. Smoggy catches it with a Paranoia in the way past the one. Brock quickly has to throw down as he gets out of the dark cover. Does Smoggy again, has to clutch it up. Not again, bro. Surely.
Only 18 health for Brock right now, going up the rope. What a time!
He got a drop one, but missed. Smoggy at 70, and he cleans him up. Job done yet again. This guy's got plot armor. The deck is stacked against them. Coming into this round now, yeah, forcing for the rest of the map. Kung eats Ethan alive, and then is able to get out scot-free.
This one is so done. It's time for NRG to lick their wounds, reset, and try to get back in the game on Corrode, their own map pick. This
Still a good map for EDG, by the way. A very good one.
Yeah, by round win rate percentage, it was EDG's best map of Stage 2. They were winning 61% of rounds on that map. And when we do get there, NRG trying to make a foray towards this B site, using that Harbor util to do so.
Yeah, ping out on Jenny even before he got back behind that high tide, so Som just sprays and gets one. Not the pinged out target, but that's just a footnote. Here's Brock looking to step up now. Had a window before the relay ball connected. Ends up being a trade. Kung here still trying to command from tower with the Bulldog.
And EDG do have superior long-range weapons for these distance engagements on this site.
The flash was good, but not enough. Kung still brought down. Som with the Stinger, bring a bit of America's flavor into the round. G2 has a challenge here through this cove, and he's ready. But Marta from long range, sitting back with this Sheriff. G2 now with the Bulldog in that 1 versus 2. Marta checks, confirms, looks to have a swing. G2's gotten into half. The time is not on his side. And Scuba puts him out of his misery.
NRG have gotten the smallest of lifelines back into this game, winning the very necessary force by the whatever it takes. Expend anything necessary. Again, there's just some of that nice util that you can get early mid-control with when you're playing with the Harbor. A deep cascade, recon past it.
All right, Reckoning here over towards the B side of the map. High Tide as well is going to cut nobody off, and G2 already has been given the hot foot. Okay, even that's going to be committed, right? Hunter's Fury in the mix now. G2's got nowhere to go. Literally caught on coast inside the Razor Fighter. Nobody got the drop there on Som. No one looking in that direction, but Marta eventually flicks to attention. Smokey actually wins out there at tower, so Jenny has the room here to assault the side itself before the spike goes down. It's again Smokey to deal with Scuba. But he's down to 10. It's a tough ask. An expensive round for NRG, but they're still in this game.
What an awesome usage of those ultimates, though. They go for that really early mid-pressure, draw the attention, and then just absolute necessity going to use that drone to clear an Opera with the potential of an Opera out of A main.
Hong Kong had to get off that line initially to reset his gate crash. Now he needs to pick it up again.
Just can play off this one way as it's still up in main when it drops.
Here we go, this is about to get messy. Around the corner, catches Ethan. And that's your controller off the map so early. Reckoning Potter now straight to the side. They go, Brock is down. It's a second for Kung Kung. Mowing these NRG attackers down.
30 seconds left.
He even uses the dimensional drift to get right back in. Hunter's Fury off the back of that.
Some spotted. No connection just yet. There it is. There's a ping on Som's position, but he's still going to look for this plant behind the cove. Martin looking to find backside, but he's going to be pincered here, and Kung Kung is an issue. It has to be respected at some point, but no one is looking at the Yoru.
Scuba's on the reflank through heaven right now. Do EDG expect this, or can he get the backstab off? Chichu who's ready.
Extra sensory perception for Chichu, and with the Sheriff, he's taken the vice out of the game. It's Martin backside to slow off. One is good, but the second hard to come by. And EDG march one closer to a map win.
That is just a mental play.
You know, it was sort of said that it took a little while for Kung Kung to acclimate to the Yoru style of play, but safe to say he's feeling himself now.
Now NRG going back to the well. They found that most of their success on these B-side executes, and again, it's just that high tide with the recon to a shelf. Oh my god, this man, that's just the Vandal, and Som is down.
Disrespecting Smoggy there, he goes for the spray onto the side. Now they'll try to find Coast instead.
No harder util to actually try to stall out this retake that's going to come in.
Just Ethan smokes, really.
Overdrive could even be popped from Genie to just be that forward man. Yeah, there it is.
That's going to deny the line here, but Marta's already up there in tower. Picks off nobody and now can snake his way around through connector. Instead, Gate crash out to his side of the map, but Kung Kung notices this. Does he know Brock is there as well? Perhaps underestimating the positioning for NRG, and Scuba attempts to go in with the shorty. Marta has to step up, step in. 3 for the round for him and Chichu. Ultimate not in his favor in that one. NRG stay alive.
It has just been all about the B-side for this NRG team.
Clear of mid here, spotting out Som. Who's next? Dimensional drift just to clear the way.
The rest of NRG temporarily going to be halted by that slow warp. Chichu obviously spotted out. There's that Hunter's Fury right onto him. Mata can just pop out, but it doesn't even need to. Brock with the accuracy.
Chichu had nowhere to go, when now Mata can get himself up into tower. He sees a bullet traces come through from Jenny. And he's got backup. Ethan will join him. Cove for the plant. Kung Kung here trying to get into fence, maybe from mid. There's a chance at a timing here on Ethan.
Spike is planted for these Heaven players, but Ethan going to need to win this 1v1.
Turns it, flash, what a flick! A correction that brings Kung Kung to his knees. And now nobody in Smoggy do not have the money to take the risk. They have to get the heck out and allow NRG within 2 rounds. Are pushing us to overtime.
The value of that ultimates comes through for NRG yet again. They work the map a bit with the op, which may be lost.
Smoggy with a casual 25 kills in regulation.
That is crazy. But respect to the NRG players who've been able to surge up the scoreboard after an abysmal start. I mean, that's
positioned for a push off the site. EDG have become a little bit more patient with those after Jenny got punished a couple of times consecutively. Kung Kung is asking for more to punish. Yoru down, up in his hands, clattering to the ground.
absolute patience here from NRG. Cascade now thrown towards this B side, and the flash confirms that EDG have actually pushed in front of it. And off that audio cue, NRG, they want to hit the go button towards this A side, assuming there's multiple players pushing down. That assumption is correct. They are delayed on account of having to break this wall, further delayed by a slow orb as well.
Chichu just disrespects it. Paranoia doesn't catch on to him now, but surely there's something in place for that tower player. And yes, it's a multitude of barrels pointed that direction and a hail of bullets that brings Chichu to bear.
Genie just trying to get into the site to assist. Too little, too late. And EDG are once again just hurled into a save position. NRG can certainly go hunting.
Nobody looking for some garbage time frags, and Scooper is going to be handled. The money, though, still good enough for NRG.
I mean, nobody would be happy to get some kills here, honestly. Gets that Hunter's Fury for the final round of the game to try and close this out.
Weapon, though, stripped from his grasp. Notice the money. It's going to be another weird force-up for EDG to try and avert an overtime scenario as NRG trying to drive a wedge around the plans of NRG on this attack side. Here's round 24, lock in.
Mata does have that operator once again. Out of the timeout, EDG, they want to get very proactive towards mid. Look at this pushdown from Kong. He might meet Ethan
Right through the corner of the wall. All right, rack went up for the Guardian fans early in the round.
And the spike is going down, back sight. EDG, they've got the Hunter's Fury for the retake, but Scuba is going to initially use this Seal Guard and up close. That's just going to be a lot of delay. Time wasted for EDG. And then next, it's going to be the Reckoning, cycling these ultimates to just cause so much delay. It's going to make EDG scramble late to get this spike defused.
They're playing completely off the site. NRG just careful about a potential flank here. Hunter's Fury for nobody. That's Brock being brought down a second for Kung, and there goes Scuba. Now what? So on the other side of that high tide, Mata chimes in from close nest, and that's the spray for two. It's on Chichu and Kung to stop the overtime. But it's Mata now ready to receive around the corner and straight down the abyss. We get overtime in our first map of the series. A corner.
This is a position he's been playing very frequently back when they were on defense.
Kung opts not to cross there. So getting pressured. Jenny out of nowhere. Scooper at least able to take a trade. Found nobody. Kung gets involved again. Brook just walked into the sideline of Chichu there. It's breaking down all across the map. Planted coast.
They've really just been rooted out of the common positions they were playing. Ethan at least does get the one back onto Chichu, who is holding the cross.
Means NRG have a real shot at a retake.
Kong somehow, by the way, has a dimensional drift at the moment.
Spotted out on the Smoggy. Nice little connection. Kung down. Depends on Jimmy.
Jimmy's isolated. That's the teleport.
It doesn't seem to matter. He'll take the fight either way. And even Mata can't make the flick. Jenny on his feet. And EDG.
That door is broken very early, and there's going to be a drone down mid.
Chichu with a slow orb now. Sees the clone come through. Flash on him. He has to retreat. Play back in tower.
Now, that is a lot of utility expended.
I think they're serious about this. They've even thrown in this paranoia. They want the plant here on the A side.
They are going for that full re-hit Cove down to try and get the safe plant for NRG. They've been doing a good job taking space after the plant has gone down on prior rounds. They want to do it again.
What a shock down to force nobody back. That lets Mata get up rope. He could have been pushed up while he was climbing, but through the smoke, Chichu is able to find him. Now Ethan will stall. Smoke up towards tower, and he'll occupy it himself.
Ethan just biding time in the smoke is going to have to make a serious play happen. Gets the first.
And he got away with it as well. That is ridiculous. Now TP back to a safe haven in A main. Som up on the site. Waiting for this push around the left side. And there's Jenny. Serves himself up. Resell up for EDG, though, but time is not on their side. Ethan spraying at the spike location as Chichu has to give it a tap. He's brought down. What's the contingency here for EDG? No other option but to stand and face the music. And it's not the track they would have picked. Sorry, guys, NRG's got the jukebox now.
That was a beautiful game plan from NRG. They get all of the util out of Chichu, re-hit with that high tide up. They push for the heaven control. Mata goes down. Disastrous that he sprayed through the smoke. But Ethan retains that position. It's bold. He gets his one and then teleports back to main. Really sick game plan. Worked exactly as they drew it up in that timeout.
Now away we go. Second innings of overtime. It is Mata in an odd spot. Nobody was able to find two. Around that, though, was Ethan going down first, so your stall potential severely limited on the defense side. And Brock sees a shoulder peek. Jenny gobbles him up.
Brock absolutely needed to get that one and really thought that he would. Sam is creeping back into the site. He needs to make a heroic play, but he's caught by Jenny.
And Aldrone is a problem. Some ice at the sky. Doesn't see the threat right in front of him. Scuba is in a 1v4. This is NRG just fighting to avert a map loss at this point. High-low set up there. Jenny slides on in, takes the fight, and converts.
Jenny has had absolutely no lack of confidence. Wow, Mata, he hears Kong on the retreat. He knows he went up into heaven. He's taking this timing off that audio cue.
Gate crash! That could have been awkward. But Kong is noted by Mata. He is in the perfect spot to punish him. And how? He gets it up with full armor.
That's so sick. Can hold the angle towards spawn now. They've left Ethan as this late wrap towards mid. Is nobody aware? He's got an idea that it's certainly possible.
Now it's been confirmed. He can't win the fight out though. Ethan, and many of those crucial 1v1s away from the play, has found success.
And at that, Som, with that effort to round the world, get the orbs, get Som the plant. They have the reckoning as well, and Mata ready on the angle. Is always so sick with the flick shots.
Eventually he'll be brought down. That's Chichu making his way in through security. Naturally, EDG just had to go for this. Chichu picked off up on side, and now it's on Jenny. Fast lane to maybe cover the sideline. And Som riddles him with bullets.
Feels like this one might be going all night, Mitch.
Okay. Som pinged out. Rather unperturbed, but knows there's going to be pressure headed in his direction. He'll opt to leave the code.
Yeah, he needs to run. EDG are all the way up mid with both duelists at the moment.
Still plenty of ability to stall here as they back up.
But they're pivoting into this B-split right into the op angle.
Jenny picked off. Scuba has been left as an insert here, and if Chichu challenges and isn't ready for it, that's the spike that goes loose. Now on the side is Kang. How's he supposed to fight off this?
Wall up in mid, nobody going to be spotted up on account of that flash, the audio cue, the ping.
Straight up shield wall here for NRG. They've all congregated around this spike drop.
Kong doesn't have a flash to pop out of this dark cover, just has to wait for it to expire. Straight up raw gun duels need to be won by him in heaven.
There's layers of double swings here set up for NRG potentially. Scuba finds the first. That's the Oru down. Mata always good on the angle. And NRG finally gain advantage in this overtime with a flawless.
And this might just be it. NRG finally have the lead.
Kang with an early push up into main, and Mata is felled instantly. Ethan considers standing and fighting, but knows he's not favored.
No, Kong, he wants to keep this going.
But this is wild. TP forward, Jenny's on the line. Timing favors Ethan, and he's got himself up mid, Wyatt.
And now the rest of NRG, they're congregating towards B main, that cascade going into the site. Ethan playing around this high tide.
Smokey has to get off the side. It's so dangerous for him to be there.
Knows he can get out now. That recon doesn't ping anyone at bookshelf. All of NRG moving up towards this site. They're not close to any ultimates at the moment. Not like that last round where they had the reckoning. This is just an honest 4-on-4 retake. Kong still has a lot of util in that kit. Chichu could even try to wall to defuse the spike. There are options for EDG on this retake.
Ethan's just refreshed the smoke. Kang has to challenge it and he wins it out. Brock now aware that Interlopers could be coming down from heaven, but he's ready and connected. Chichu gets the better of him now. Around the corner. EDG out of absolutely bloody nowhere. I've said 30 rounds is not enough for us. Bring us another. No guarantee about where the vice is set up.
30 seconds on the clock. EDG, they're gathering up towards A main, and look at NRG. They know what's up. They're already on the move, trying to get to the safe side. They need to support their anchors in time.
Paranoia might slow things down a little bit here, but EDG know they've got to commit. Brock waiting for a ping, sees Jenny. Dodging, ducking, dipping, dodging, diving away. Down to about 40%, but here's Som. Kang takes the fight at the back of the side, but Som's able to find his second. Kang sees nothing but a clone. Som waiting for him to show up.
10 seconds.
Kang on the side, it's Brock making use of the wall that Chichu's been abusing all game long. That's 4 for Som. Just firm handshakes for the boys. As NRG again find themselves on map point.
Unbelievable play from Som. Goes
10 seconds left.
for those 2 1v1s. Gets the win on both. Then stays alive, playing around the high tide, throws down the cove. Just offer some stall for this flanking effort from EDG to come to fruition. They're all the way basically in the attacker spawn at this point.
Nobody, of course, the recon from Tower will be crucial. He might have a chance to make use of it. The spray takes him low. Mata not able to finish the job, and unwise to just how low he's gotten this over.
This is new from EDG to have so many players retaking from the flank. NRG have been playing for that main spam a lot.
No plant yet. They're going to fight into security now in numbers, and they roll over Chichu and nobody. Now it's up to Smokey inside tower, and from A main come the rest of EDG.
It's the perfect adjustment at the perfect time from NRG.
Brock low, sprayed down, sat in the relay bottom, still alive somehow. Jenny puts him out of his misery though. Favouring NRG, still in numbers. They're playing at the back of the site, but they've got to make a move. And here's Jenny, steps up on his own, brought down. Kang can't succeed. And Smoggy can't bail them out. From 2 to 10 at half-time. NRG with the resilience of prospective champions.
To stop NRG before they actually get onto the execs.
I'm also a little concerned about their attack side, to be honest. I think they 1-4 a lot. They don't really put a ton of focus into the middle of the map, given that they don't have a Senti.
Last we saw them play it, they destroyed Sentinels on that attack side. But
This is statistically EDG's best map, Wyatt. They have had so much success on Corrode so far. It is starting off with the front foot.
Is that just 2 spam kills?
It looks like it.
Top smoke?
There was a smoke there.
I'll need to see that on the replay.
VAR?
Seems like some good fortune to get back into this game after a really tragic defeat on map 1.
There's obviously an exchange of shots. Jenny down to 50, but there's great intuition there for EDG. Know exactly where to be looking.
A site now, very open.
Spike planted.
Just have to deal with Mata back site. Assam, Scuba going to gather up. The 3 of them all trying to get back in from this same side. They are smoked off, though, by that dark cover.
Yep. Dark cover will allow them at least to assemble themselves before trying to flood here with their remaining 3. Here's Mata. He can refresh if he needs to, but trade it out before he can get on away. It's on Scuba in a 1v2. Tough to win these, especially on the reload. Chichu brings him down.
Chichu has that late wrap coming through elbow for the backstab to make sure they close things out as a guarantee. Yeah, they are taking their time right now, working both extremities of the map now. Both B main and A main control. Safe from NRG. They don't want to throw anything away right now. Peek from Mata, though. That's very aggro. Just runs into 2 players. Shot down.
This likely allows for a spike scoop up and maybe even move over to the B side.
Yeah, they've got that full control on that side of the map.
Yeah, no rotates pulled.
You know, on this execute, players could get stalled out on account of mollies and the choke.
He's going to walk up again?
Yeah, well,
he's got a 0 point.
Spot out the north.
Dangerous. Jenny wants to slide on in. It looks like they want to force the issue, but Scuba's waiting in the corner yet again. He's found 3. Oh, man. Float like a butterfly, sting like a Mack truck.
30 seconds
Bro was
left.
poised and waiting for that. Another little rat spot for Scuba pays off.
They are definitely the standouts in that regard.
Yeah, we saw Ethan and Brook mostly on that A side on defense. But that definitely puts a stop to some of the plans from EDG, and obviously not enough time in the round here to make anything happen for it. So NRG pleased with this result, win the round, lose 1 gun, keep the Odin. Now Brook is over at A this time around. Scuba with wild off angle here. He's rewarded it again. God, what a problem he's been.
Can he actually get out? I mean, he's overwhelmed by Util, and Ethan is now into support.
And he's safely back in halls. Ethan can now post up.
Kong is down to 1 HP, tucked in the corner.
How does he get out of here? Spike loose as well. Plenty of time board for all the King's more horses and men to arrive on the site. Can EDG put this back together? At least better drop to the site, but God, pushing any further than where Kong is should be lethal.
Yeah, NRG, they're not rushing this. They're just playing off this crossfire setup.
Tichu straight in the eyes of Scuba. Guy has been unflappable so far. And smoke refreshed here from Tower. Kong was 1 HP, so a strong breeze would have blown him over. Mata with some overkill, steps out and finds Smoggy with nothing but the silverware in hand. And a flawless round posted by NRG.
That was as dominant as it gets. Scuba, again, this anchoring on the B site. And now EDG, they are relegated to a very peculiar buy. With a Bucky, just a frenzy for nobody. It's back into this B site. Scuba denies it yet again.
Confident up on the angle. Once again, Jenny just dashes on him like Wave on Rock. Smoggy wants to inch forward here. It looks like EDG are priced into this wire one way or another.
NRG, they can just, again here, kind of take the time, wait for everyone to group up. This time play for that full retake. They have a lot of tools to do, and Nightfall goes through that link, but what can they get off of it? Nothing really.
I'm not sure if that caught onto anyone.
I'll double up and spawn.
Mata, oh, the double ping is pretty good. Very lightning. Som able to back up Mata. Converts that kill, and inside the dark cover, Soggy has to succumb. Ethan being a troll, a nuisance, a real problem. Throw it in the side, if you will. And NRG on a bit of a roll here on defense now that they've found their footing. All right, convergent paths being wound up here for Mata.
This could be potent, the convergent paths with the Odin spam.
Yeah, that hindrance buff could be a debuff, rather could be a huge issue for EDG if they try and break through a main. He's that dimensional drift though for Kong. He's going to get ahead of the game to some degree. And here comes the pass now. Ready to fight is Mata. Jenny falls back and hindered down. Got to be a follow-up at some point, and Mata does not want to overextend. Knows that EDG waiting on the other side of this wall, but doesn't serve them anything up for free until Jenny steps up and sits down. Brock with the Odin! It's a devastating combination, and it's knocked EDG down to 2 players.
30 seconds
Wow,
left.
what a shot from Chichu. Just pops out of the smoke with some rapid pace. Scuba is on a very late wrap towards A main, so Ethan going to need to bide his time, but he's actually just forced into the duel. EDG take it to him with both players, but do they expect Scuba this late?
Scuba, just so you know, we're going to test the boy again. One more time.
That was the kid, I believe.
Oh, the kid. Sorry.
The boy works as well.
8-3 already. 6 rounds in. A lot on his plate, but Chichu's gobbled up instantly. Goes out to Kangkang into the finest cuisine on offer here from EDG. Time, though, not on Scuba's side. It doesn't seem to matter. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and it goes rolling. Scuba steps up to sit Kangkang down.
You know, when they come in, Brock could try to go for some spam, retreat back to elbow, and then Mata has the cross with his offer to push onto it.
Oh, like another wall expand, Jenny! Very low, somehow alive though. Mata gets traded out. Chichu and nobody get involved in that engagement, and Brock is still looking for a way to make use of the Odin. It's Ethan stepping up, Brock down, Odin threat neutralized. Kangkang deals with Ethan, who won't be brought back into the game anytime soon. Now Scuba and Som had to put it together. One in tower, the other coming from top mid. And that's crucial. This kill here is everything. Kangkang not ready for the swing, but still recovers in time. And even found Ethan off the backside.
And now there's this wrap coming in. Ginny getting into elbow. Som has to drop, has to make some sound. And beautiful, beautiful. Perfect moment for the swing. EDG finally get one on the board after that 5-round.
Trying to reposition himself.
Mata's
a clone.
In case of that flash, yeah. Now obviously spotted out by this dimensional drift. Som is on the retreat towards site. Mata needs to get out of there with that light speed under a lot of pressure. But the saturate buys some time.
Mata actually swung into that. That is completely unhinged. Not going to be able to connect though. That's the Horde in play. 0 point catch to 3 EDG players. They want to keep this going.
Look at this triple face from NRG to try and hold backside. Som goes down early.
Yeah, it's not been swung into yet.
Yeah, EDG, they don't fully commit. They're just planting for offsite to play from yard, play from lane.
Only playing where they have information, and it's Ethan that actually stepped up into the line of sight. Mata with a shorty, not close enough. He's in deep trouble, tries to switch weapons, but he's leapt upon instantly. And as good as Scuba's been, he has been put out of the action this round.
And now it is going to be time for him to save. Ethan is on very low cash, so they would love to be able to make sure that they can get 5 rifles going into this next one.
Through link out to mid and doesn't spot the player on the other side of the
I don't
wall.
think he spotted him, but Kangkang thought he was. Can't really blame him. Teleports to the team. They're going for the B exec again. They're testing Scuba again.
Jenny tucked in the corner. Ethan now with the fragment to try and dig him out. Smoggy took some damage from him, but Jenny's going to win the fight at elbow. That's Scuba down. No more Viper util. So up to Ethan. Unreal. Nobody's head goes rolling and he says, why not? In for a penny, in for a power. Falters.
How does he not trade that? That felt like a sure kill.
Yeah, dangerous now. Chichu at 5, but still very much a factor.
Planted.
And back into mid has Kangkang gone.
You can see Kangkang calming that. He did hear those footsteps behind him. Som now through heaven. EDG with an acute awareness of Mata's positioning at the very least.
There's nothing for Som to see here. He sees it. The player below him. Chichu now neutralized. Som could start to cut his side up a little bit with these smokes.
But still, he has to worry a bit about his elbow. You can see he is paranoid. That smoke comes down to Smoggy try to get in front of it. Time is beginning to get very low.
Not enough. And Kangkang happen to play the low ground. Smoggy exits the round with 2 health. Chichu survives at 5 after Brock tries to trade him. Mata also set up to just stay entrenched here and then respond quickly if there's an A hit. Tough for EDG to get A-link control, but they are going to step forward now.
Prowler alerts them to the lack of players there. Close with the judge.
Brings the gavel down on Chichu and Kangkang. Now the only option is to try and play through mid. It's nobody caught inside a conversion pass. Runner Jenny also suffering that hindrance. And so, Smoggy now in a 1v5. All too much to do, but he's made a good start. Knocks down to 6 though. Too much damage collaterally. And even though he takes 2 key kills.
30 seconds left.
All but impossible as Ethan from pocket will neutralize him.
Excellent setup from NRG, and EDG's execute stalled out by the mollies on main. Another now from Ethan.
Nobody's dug enough into that corner that the fragment doesn't affect him. Here comes a paranoia, and in they come. 3 spotted off that 0 point, and Ethan needs to get to work again. It's going to be Jenny up in this corner. Scuba highly mindful of it this time, and again it's Ethan. Set up on this corner, brought to pressure from mid with the Odin. There's no pick, there's no reveal of any of these players, and so we can only spray and pray. Scuba good for 1. Always seems to be the case in that position. Jenny's able to get in there and finish the job as he's down to 10.
Pretty shocking, honestly, that EDG are able to make that work, but respect to them. NRG were fully stacked up on that site.
I think vindicating at the end of the first half to return to the scene of the crime and find great success on a very...
NRG, they're pivoting over towards this A side. Have Scuba as a late lurk posted up in mid. Here comes the utils. 0 point broken, but Dark covers in and the dash from Mata.
Oh, light speed gets Mata right in Chichu's face, and he has to give up that space, but Mata is not going to let him get away that easily. Now into the side, it's already getting broken up by some of these dark covers, and Mata finds yet another one. It's blistering pace from NRG. And they're at least half control of A. Still Smoggy at large, but quite a game for him. He'd have to step up, and he takes a hit through the masonry. He has to stand up here and give his best.
Certainly wouldn't be an NRG series if we don't get a Mata ace in it.
Fall back here.
And the man has produced them with uncanny frequency in Americas.
Yep, he is the all-time ace leader in the region, but Smoggy on for another pistol clutch, but denied by Som at the last moment.
Closer than NRG would have liked it to be, but you can see what Waylay offers you in these situations. Nobody instantly over towards the Odin as well.
So it is a mixed kind of half-by, really fast from Mata getting into that link. 0 point confirms a lack of presence. Kong with the mid-swing. It's the first one to Ethan.
Makes it work with the Bulldog of all things. Mata just a little bit haphazard there, steps out into a double face. Very far ahead of the rest of NRG on a solo mission that goes wrong.
No desire to slow down. NRG not able to get off that A main ground to assist in time. Now look at this stack up from EDG. This should absolutely shred NRG when they round this corner.
Time for the kid to test the champs, I think. Relay Bolt's going to slow them up. There's a ping, though, on Jenny around the corner. Shock Dart to soften up Smoggy, who waded into its area of effect.
It gets a good amount of damage off onto these two players, but still, they are committed to just holding this together.
EDG also not moving off that B side yet, swinging the double face. The dark cover breaks it up, though. Jenny down. This is dangerous now. Kung puts it to bed. Up to a casual 17 kills. A team of that style, they've had to go up against.
They're going up against the man that has the all-time BO5 kill record. All right, nobody with an instant frag onto Mata, who used that light speed to get in. Saw him in a really cheeky position.
Mata just crumpled there. That is all of the bark out of NRG. What is some doing from here? G2 heads upstairs and says, "You're not supposed to be here."
Yeah, this attempt from NRG to go for a crazy, fast site exec with the teleport with the light speed is all for naught. Okay, Scuba somehow wins that out. Pretty shocked that he's able to do so.
Was able to get his gun up in time, but he's mindful that Jenny might have dropped down behind him. Kang's just
A.
causing problems all across the map here.
Yeah, it feels like he's in the walls at the moment. Brock is going to be able to get the spike plant down, but surely this is unwinnable. Actually, denied even of that by the utility coming through the haunt from the fade.
Comes Kang again.
Planted.
Still a plant.
Remaining.
That's what Scuba has to work with, but he has 85 health. He's got 4 able-bodied individuals standing in between him and a round win. Make it 3. Tap on the spike, surely Kang. No, head ripped off. There's something here, Scuba. Surely not.
Oh my god, he had the crosshair placement perfect as well. Nobody was just fast enough. Oh my.
Got to be mindful, of course, of what nobody's doing early in some of these rounds. Mata with the fast play over towards Link. Now, last time he just walked out and got picked off, so we'll see.
This is a pretty standard open from NRG, but does he expect a reclear coming already from EDG? 3 players in mid.
No one covers him from bottom in here. He is alone in this position. And alone he will fall. Now they make control firmly in the hands of EDG. Null command now is the acceleration is the response into this B side, and nobody cannot stand.
He really overstays his welcome, maybe expecting even that a dark cover would have been thrown there, but it wasn't. And now the pick goes down. Now it's into the 4-on-4.
A lot of side control. You've got 2 players from NRG forging already into back halls.
Scuba needs to stay alive though. Kong needs this kill desperately, but Brock ready on the angle to support.
Odin in hand as well. That's going to be a problem when we come to this post-plant scenario. A very timely 0 point sees 3 top mid.
This is a great reposition from Som as well, getting into heaven. The backstab can activate at any given moment.
Jenny's going to try and accelerate over towards main, but there's far too high density of players here. Chichu in the pit, fighting for his life. Surely knows he's better off playing from outside and keeping this gun in hand. Spots Som in tower, and he will be judged.
And it is those 2 ultimates being used to perfect effect. It was just unfortunate that nobody goes down playing in heaven. I think, yeah, thought maybe the dark cover was coming. Not exactly sure, but that was an important kill for NRG to pick up. Regardless off, finally in the hands of Kong. Scuba removed instantaneously.
Absolutely brazen. Bro basically bathed
Virginia goes down to half HP.
Just warning shots though, but NRG are looking to scale up this mid control now. This is about to get ugly.
EDG, they want to pop out of this potentially. Smoggy on the angle.
Multi-face, there's going to be some action here in mid, and there is. Jenny and Nobody able to find one each.
30 seconds.
I mean, unfortunately, Ethan and
saturate.
Mata, they're hindered.
All right, there it is. Light
Oh,
speed.
that is criminal.
Snaps the crosshair positioning entirely. Now Kung, who was positioned up in tower, gave up that spot to play back through spawn.
And now Ethan planting for Mata to keep playing in that link.
How aware are they of the tower position? What is that from Ethan? 5 points of health.
Maybe again, Psalm goes for a from the shadows, TP's forward. He tried it last time.
I'm watching some frenetic pings from NRG in this direction. Looks like they want to hit this one hard and fast. Kung falls back, spotted out by the Owl drone. Here's the convergent path. Smarter still has that in the back pocket, no. He actually refracts it out of the sight.
Yeah, they want to draw out some of this initial utility, and they do it effectively. Now, what is the pace on the re-hit? It's immediate with a convergent path.
But it doesn't cover the elbow players. Marta's still able to get in there and find Jenny. Brought down early in the round. Kung out of the open. Dragged off his horse. And now Nobu's going to fight his way out. That is sharp shooting. Scuba falls, but he's not ready for the close swing from Som. And so it falls to Chichu. As it has so often in this series. A gun round that EDG really pinned so many of their hopes on. It's up to him.
Just wants to get out of the smoke ASAP. Has the timing for the fight with Som. No instant swing.
Can he find his way through? Ethan close on the corner. Mata there for a double swing. It's not to be. And so EDG are going to have to force to stay in the series.
Going to come through A main off this wall.
This provokes the re-clear of Link from Nobody. Sends the Prowler in. So we're all lined up for A main. A hard hit coming in from NRG. It's going to be Mata first with a light speed. Jenny though tucked in that corner. Deals with the waylay. Now though, all of them lit up. It doesn't seem to matter. It's Brock with the Odin. Only gets the one. And the 0 point not able to be made use of. Brock's in trouble. Big trouble. And EDG fire back right when it matters.
That was excellent counter utility from EDG to stop that hit in its tracks. That paranoia from Smoggy had a serious connection. Poised to execute onto this B site. Brock could have a Hunter's Fury and a post plant potentially. He's just one orb away and he's going to get that in main.
Kung's gate crash here at B puts him right in the middle of the action if he's going to respond to a site.
And he is in.
Okay, Albert at least hide behind the orb and now ready to fight. So far, not so shabby. Chichu's able to back him up and go 3 for 1. Now this leaves Scuba and Brock having to fight for it. Spray through the corner. What? How do they get the second? Okay. Brock up on the side. Spike stuck. Scuba ready and has to go 1v2 on this swing out of elbow. Brock is not in a position to double up with him. Horn popped. Now he'll double back. Prowler going to come around the corner. Brock spots the player jump on the side. It's going to be Jenny. Scuba has to deal with him now. Overdrive at the ready and long range. Jenny picks Brock off. EDG are far from done.
And that overdrive is just too much to deal with. But what a play from Kong. That brazen confidence just sends it into the site.
Hush over the audience now.
Back in a flat.
The weight of this round is clearly felt. Now, where are we at? Okay, he got out somehow. Retracting away with 6 health.
Wanted to get some information for this Hunter's Fury, but there's not even a tag from Brock. Nobody in mid, he's just ready for the lurk.
No check of mid. Scuba now off the map and Mata down to 6. A grim start to this one.
But nobody, he just hunts for more. He gets greedy and he gets punished.
Kung now, that sole player in mid. Jenny making his way toward connector. But NRG still have their Omen in the game. Still have the util to put together a hit on B. And that's going to put Chichu yet again to the test.
And that dark cover is thrown up mid from Ethan to kind of make it seem like they could be working up there. But Kong knows that that is nonsense. He's pushed all the way down, but the pressure will be on Chichu. He's playing from elbow. He takes a lot of damage. A risk to get the molly off.
He doesn't want to give up this position. He's trying to hold it for as long as he can, but he eventually realizes he's got to concede.
Yeah, just routed over towards heaven. Wants to hold elbow to the best of his ability, and NRG, they're going to swarm him. They want to overwhelm this position.
They're running out of time.
They take it now. They slow down.
There's going to be players coming from top mid. Chichu can still set up here in tower. There's the paranoia, and that's the signal to go. Mata clipped by the para. Chichu here knows Ethan is going to be sniffing at his heels, and on the side, Brock at least finds one. Needs more. There's Ethan. Now can make his way out with Som. Disrupts the defuse, and Ethan puts it to bed. And his hand, it starts in 2023.